Hi crafting friends, welcome to my podcast. My name is Barbara Radzivikas and this is Bondi Knit and Quilt. This week I've been doing both knitting and quilting, so half will be knitting and half will be quilting. Well, the quilting I've just started, so new project, 5 baby quilts. I've laid them out and had a look at how they go together, just have to sew them up now. And we'll see how I did that. I don't do much exercise, I've got to say, and so bending over was like going to the gym for me, and my muscles are still a bit tight, I would say, after a couple of days. So bending over and picking up for a couple of hours isn't fun a few days later. But yeah, I should do it more often, but no, I like walking. It's my exercise. Here in Australia, in Bondi, where I live, by the coast, it's beautiful weather, autumn weather, and it's getting cooler. So I'm wearing my jumper, my cardigan, and yeah, I just love the cooler weather. It's just, I don't know, it's just cool. No humidity. Nice ocean breeze, crisp mornings. It's lovely. I think it got down to about 7 degrees C this morning. So just lovely. And now I think it's up to about 16 outside. It's lovely. So it's been an exciting week. We had the coronation, which I loved watching. I mean, it was different to the Queens, let's go that way. It was very different. Some say more inclusive. I would not say that, but inclusive in a different way, maybe. But the pageantry and everything's just beautiful. And the stamina the king and queen have at their age, like they're a couple of years older than me, and I don't think I could do it. I mean, just holding your hand out for, with the big orb in it, like for half an hour. And the heavy clothes, it's just amazing. But I'm glad they've got their chance and see how it goes. I hope they're not too far out, but I don't think they would be. It was lovely to see Princess Anne with her big feather. So I'll insert a picture in here of my favourite picture. The tour has started. Tour season. I love tour season. It's bicycle riding season in the Northern Hemisphere. And we have started the Giro d'Italia. So they're all bicycle riding around Italy. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful buildings. Just beautiful, and I just love it. I just think it's beautiful. I watch it for the scenery mainly. I do like seeing mountain stages where the guys ride up the mountain. It's their stamina is amazing also. Yeah, here's a that was my picture of Italy. I think we're up to stage 5. So yeah, we're going down the coast of Italy on the Adriatic side, on the Venice side. I hope that's the Adriatic Sea. Yes. Yeah, so what else have we done? Oh, I got a book that my niece has written. I'll have a look at it at the end. My niece Samara, Eastment, and it's called All the Feelings in the Rainbow. We'll have a look at that a bit later on also. So this is the knitting section. I'm knitting, I thought it would be a vest, but I'm thinking now I might put sleeves on it. And it's a vest pattern by Charlie on the Knit Edit podcast. And she makes jumpers and cardigans and that from little pieces of wool that we've got left over. And I did the back, which I was calling the front, because I thought, you know, I'll do the front first and make it very nifty. But then when I was knitting what was to be the back, I liked it more, so I'm knitting the front twice. So I'll pull back the part that I've already started to the neckline and make it the back, and this is the front. And I put in all different weights of fabric and different colours. And what you do is you hold 2 strands of fingering weight together to make a thick DK. So it gives a mild effect, but it is so lovely and I can't wait to finish it. So that's how far I've got with the other side. I'll also insert here my progress. I've started a new vest and I really love it. I love how the colours all going together, and I've pinned it up on my blocking mat just to see, so I could measure it really, just to see how it would look. I really like it. I like how the different colour changes form stripes. I love stripes. The neck is a little big at the moment, but I'm sure it will change when I put the ribbing on. But I just love all the little scraps that you can use. And I'm using fingering weight held 2 together, so a lot of my little leftovers, a lot of Eurodale yarn. The yellow is a sock yarn, self-striping. I'm thinking I might go over the white though with, you know how you do the embroidery over knitting. I'm not sure. I'll see how it looks when I've got it on, but I'm thinking the white might be a little stark. I love the purple that I used. There's a little tiny bit of leftover from a hat I made. And this is the pattern. The podcast is called The Knit Edit. And it's the Ernie Tee. I love it. Hers is lovely. It has short sleeve, but I'm thinking I'm going to make either leave it as a vest, make a vest, or have 3/4 sleeves. But at the moment, this is what I'm up to, and I've just cast on the ribbing, the back. So yeah, really happy with it. My favourite 2x2 ribbing, and I just love the colours. Just hoping it fits when I'm finished. I've measured, everything measures up right. I measured it with the other vest that I've made, and it appears to be a-okay. So hoping to get the back done in the next couple of days, and then the ribbing or sleeves. So lovely knitting. I'm onto the second part of my vest, this part, and I think I like it better than the piece that I've already made. So what I'm thinking is I'll make the front, the back, and the new piece the front. I should have done the back first, but no. So anyway, I'll just take this back to here and make the neck higher, and that'll be the back, and this new piece will be the front. I really like these beautiful woolly pieces that I've got left over, so that's great. This is what I've got left over of that. It's like silk, but it's not. So yeah, so the front is going to be the back, and the back is going to be the front. It's autumn, all the leaves are falling, and there's that nice sweet breeze like in spring, but it's autumn. All the leaves are falling. Such a nice little laneway in the middle of the city. It's like a magnolia. Bamboo. Beautiful leaves on the ground, making new leaf mulch. So nice. Now we're up to the quilting. I love making baby quilts out of rectangles, so that rectangles that are either 5.5 by 10.5 or 4.5 by 8.5. And that size gives you just the right size to get in a nice amount of the fabric or the print, or and it just makes it very exciting. And the ones that I've done this time, I've made 5. They're laid out. I've made a couple of girls and a couple of boys. They're not really boys and girls, you can have either. I would like a boys quilt, mainly because it's got blue, it's got airplanes and things. But yeah, just lovely. And the garden fabric that I've got made into just beautiful quilt tops, I'm hoping. Flowers and flower gardens and little girls and little boys doing funny things, catching fireflies and things like that. And yeah, it's just lovely I just love making them, but I'm hoping that I've still got a few more years of making quilts, because my muscles are very sore. But anyway, I just love making them. And getting back to quilting on the machine, I'm hoping to get into some hand quilting this winter too. So here's the progress I made yesterday and the day before on building up the baby quilts ready to sew together. Since my last baby quilted, I made just 2 in the last episode, I seem to be into rectangles. These rectangles are 5.5 inches by 10.5. I love the size. And this is a layout for the next one. I've cut out a fair few over there on my couch. And this is a layout for the next one. So it's 8 across by 4 up. I really love the beautiful fabrics in this one. Fireflies and cats in the garden. I will I'll put the names of the fabrics and where I bought them, hopefully most of them, in the description box below when I've finished. But yeah, this is how I lay them out on the floor. So you can see I don't have much space. And it's winter, so the heater's on. But yeah, so I have to have a look at them from an aerial view before I start. I haven't got a board either on the wall, so this is it. But I think that's a nice layout. I sometimes like, well, I do like a trip around the world pattern. That's with them going like this or like that. But this time, and sometimes I just like mixing them up, and I like having 2 together. So I really like having, I just think it adds a little detail to it. And yeah, hopefully it will be cute when I finish. I've got cut out over there, I've got, I'd say 3 girl quilts and 3 boys, hopefully. I cut out some plains and that last night. And a garden quilt. I really like these garden quilts. So that's it. So this is, yeah, the layout. How do you lay out your quilts? Do you have space? I don't have space. Not really. You know, I've never had a lot of space, so compact is good. After I've laid them out like that, I stack them into strips so that I can sew them up in string formation. So this one will go there. I'll show you a bit more when I get on with it. But yeah, this is the easiest way to lay out a quilt and sew in a small space. Next step is to stack. So I start at the top, stack them in rows, and then I just start from this side because I'm left-handed and go across. But stacking and stitching is the best way to string piece, I've found. Got them all stacked up. I load them onto my plastic ruler sew with an overlap so they all fit on. They all fit on. And so they're all loaded up, and then I'll put a cover on that and do the next lot. This is my second layout. I've already got one on the table. Now this is my next one. I'm thinking this will be a girl's quilt or an older person's quilt. I sometimes make lap quilts, and this is a perfect size for a lap quilt. Also, it ends up at 1.2 meters square with the border, if I put a border or a binding. So it's a very nice size. And also most fabrics, 44-inch fabrics, basically I don't need seams in the back, so just one length of the fabric for a back. So perfect. And this is the next one. I really love these flowers. It's a flower garden quilt. The little girl from the firefly fabric from the piece before, the panel that I cut up. I don't usually cut up panels, but it was a border panel, you know, with the border print on each side of the selvage. And so I cut it into pieces that would fit, and I think it's really nice. So now to stack and layer these ones too, ready to sew. I'm hoping to get 4 layered up today. Everybody's out, so hopefully I can whip along and get the 4 laid out. I won't sew them today because I know when I sew them, I'll sew the 4 in one go, but I know my hip will play up because of the height of the chair and how I sit and everything. There's nothing that seems to fix it, but I know that I have to plan for a couple of days after of hip pain, so I want to get ahead with it. You know how it is, you want to throw in a few quilts in reserve in case somebody comes by, or somebody has a baby that you're not expecting, or somebody you are expecting. You know, just reserves is fabulous. So yeah, this is me. This is the second one. Hopefully I will get the next 2 to show too. So my quilting ruler is already loaded up, and I've got out my corkboard and I'll be able to put 2 quilts, or 3, the next 3 on this, and I've just stacked them. And so I will go from left to right. So the next lot. This is a little fabric box that of paints that I've got ready to make into the quilt tops. Already cut out, already colour coded, sort of. Ready to go. So that's how many I've got left. I've already used quite a few of them. This is my next layout. Greens. This could be unisex, I think. I don't think anyone would mind having this one. I love it. My face. I love green, so you know. But other than that, it is just, I think the colours work well together. Judith gave me the farmyard fabric the other day. I really love it. And it was a big panel, but I cut it up because I wanted to put it into a small quilt, and I think it works well. All the colours seem to work well together. If you have a favourite of what I've laid out, let me know, and it's always good to hear what other people think, especially when you're in a studio or creative space by yourself and there's nobody to chat to or have their opinion. And I just like talking about colours, so jump right in if you have thoughts on colour, how they go together, contrast, colour wheel. It's all great to talk about. You know, I just love it. I love shapes too, so I'm in the right job. Did anyone notice anything in the setting? The previous setting, I only had 7 rows across, so I had to rethink, and this is how it is now. So I've got 8. Has to have 8 rows across to be the square. So I added some flowers. Added this beautiful sort of Monet print, and I rearranged the colors. I think it works. I think it still works well. The leaves with the bugs are prominent, but you know, I think they still work. What do you think? Judith, what do you think? I'm quite happy with it, considering I had to add another row. And I only have so many rectangles in each print. I quite like it. I think I could keep this one. This is my 4th and last one for today. I'm thinking it's got, I don't know, it's eclectic. It's got Baba in it. Do any of you remember Baba? Oh, I love Baba. And I've got some of the little figurines. And I found my fabric with Baba on it, and I had a small piece of it, and I decided to include it in a baby quilt. So this overall colours, I would say, are pastels, pinks, greys, some green. I really like it. I think I'll go ahead with it. Phone call. Yeah, so just getting back to this one. I had to do a few juggling. You know how when you're laying out things and you see something new, you're not quite happy with the position or the colour, and change it around. That was how it was with the white and the little girls with the cats. I was going for something else, and I think I prefer this layout. 8x4. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the morning. I think I've done this for about an hour and a half, bending over and picking up and sorting and everything, and I'll leave it now until I have a spare morning to sew them up. John wants to go to the movies tomorrow. There's a new Jane Fonda movie out. I'll go and see that maybe once or twice, see what I think of it. But yeah, hopefully I'll get back to this before the end of the week. It's Wednesday, but I might be a bit short on time. See how we go. I just sat down and was looking at my rectangles over there, and I thought, I think I'll make another one. So this will be 5. 5 I have ready lined up. It's a Lost in Space. I really love it. I love space fabric. Love the planets and rockets and all this. And the dark, very dark, inky blues. Just the thought of space and time travel is so interesting. So yeah, a blue one. Yesterday, that was Wednesday, John and I went to the Granny Square, which is our local wool shop in Newtown, Sydney, just near the Sydney Uni. And, oh, gee, it's a lovely shop. And the lady there is such a lovely person. Can't recall her name at the moment, but I think she's related to Morris's. So that's Morris and Sons in town, which is a big wool shop. And I think they do other things too, like cross stitch and stuff like that. I have kits and they have beautiful fabric. Not sure if they're still in fabric, but they're heavily into wool and yarns. And so we made an excursion there yesterday. I bought 2 balls of this amazing Rowan Tweed felted balls, and I also bought a sock ball too, which is black with coloured stripes in it. Oh, it's lovely. So yeah, that's something for me to look forward to. I'm not sure what I'll make out of the balls yet, but here is us at the wool shop. We're in Newtown today, and I'm going to one of my favourite wool shops. It's the Granny Square in Newtown. There's 3 wool shops in Sydney: Granny Square, Skane Sisters and Morris and Sons. And this one is the closest to me, really, and easy to get to. So we'll have a look. Let's go inside. This is a nice little haul I got from the Granny Square. Some Rowan Haze, Tweed Haze, and it looks so yummy. It's 40% mohair, 39% alpaca and 10% polyamide, 3% polyester and 8% cotton. Wow! And it is this beautiful green with flecks of pink and grey, all sorts of colours in. I got 2 balls of that to make a shawl, and a giant crochet hook for John, 15. This is so big. Such a fun little collection of wool. It's beautiful. I also got a ball of sock yarn, 4-ply. It's black with blue and red in it. It's hard to see, but looks good. Can't wait to try this one out. It's just so exciting, you know, when you're knitting along socks and then you come to coloured pieces. So yeah, fun. Getting near the end now. We'll have a look at the book that my niece wrote. Samara has written a few books, and she illustrates them herself too. And they're available on Amazon, and I imagine you can Google her name and get these books, but they are beautiful books for children, and really proud of her, you know, to be able to write books and get them published. Beautiful pictures. This one's about the weather, which I love, so. And children can, you know, read this book too. It is lovely. Such a nice book. And that's the back. Eva loves storms, but her little sister, Willow, is scared of them. So Eva shares with her the secret about why she loves them so much, and all together they discover what everyone has, a rainbow inside. Isn't that lovely? This lovely little package arrived in the mail this morning from my friend in Florida. It is so beautiful. Thank you, Colleen. Things that we don't get here in Australia. And it's for quilting. We're in a cat fabric swap group. We have been for, must be 5 or 6 years now. And isn't this just cute? It's a zipper pull. I'm going to put that on my cardigan. This looks just like me too. Love hats. Some thimbles and some cat fabric. And some K facet fabric. There's a beautiful coloured, saturated colours in this. His colours are so beautiful. And a lovely card. Thank you so much. That's me signing off for this week, friends. I hope you liked the content. If so, please like and subscribe. Helps my channel grow and helps me have a nice lot of comments to read. Please comment, because, you know, it makes it fun and feel connected to other people. Me being here in my lounge room and you, my virtual guests. So please comment. I hope you liked seeing the beaches nearby me. And Clovelly is the next beach down, and the waves and the colour of the ocean, and it's just so beautiful. So, and also the walk through local laneway that I did early in the week. I think it must have been Monday. So lovely. That was up at the junction, so it was a nice walk. So yeah, that's me signing off for this week, friends. Keep well, keep warm, or keep cool. And I'll see you next week. Bye, friends.